And mindfulness, I think, is a term that everybody here is probably familiar with. Very popular, we're all aware of it. But often, because we're so accustomed and used to mindfulness now, it can just become another thing to add to our to-do list. Another thing to get. The initial romance period with this new idea of mindfulness may have worn off as it just becomes normalized. So often we may see mindfulness as something outside of ourselves. Something we need to put a lot of work in. I need to be more mindful. And often what comes along with that is a lot of striving, a lot of pushing ourselves, a lot of like stoic imagery of monks sitting with kind of a stern face in meditation. Often that Japanese samurai, right? Very stoic, disciplined energy, concentration. There's old stories of Japanese monks having a sword in front of them and vowing to end their own life at dawn if they don't awaken. If they don't develop mindfulness. And while that's an approach, it's not an approach that I can do very well. This disciplined, concentrated, tight, single-pointed concentration type of mindfulness. I've tried it. Maybe you have tried it as well. It's very challenging, very challenging. I think that the monks that do that are very, very skilled, and they spend a lot of time training. But I have 2 kids, a life and a job, and I don't have time to practice at that level. I don't think I'd make the sword. I don't think I'd make it past dawn if that was my vow. So I wanted to explore mindfulness, not as something that's outside of us that we need to develop, not as a goal like running a 5K or a marathon, something we need to train really hard for. But instead ask the question, what if mindfulness, to be awake, alert, present, is a natural capacity of our being? It's not necessarily something we have to get, not even something that we have to train in. But it's just an innate quality or capacity of being a living being. Part of the human experience. Something that babies and children have without effort. So I want to explore this theme of developing and cultivating mindfulness effortlessly, without having to put it on our to-do list, even our to-do list in meditation. But see if we can just notice this innate capacity to be mindfully awake and alert that's already fully developed and alive within us and awake within us. When we walked, we didn't have to do anything to hear the birds. We didn't have to train to feel the sun, the heat on our skin. We didn't have to develop competencies to notice the trees and the plants and the beauty. Just by walking and having a body with eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, those capacities to be aware was already present. And so as we practice for the rest of the day, really perhaps ask yourself, is mindfulness something that you have to really develop? Is it something outside ourselves, a skill we don't have, a skill we're not good at? Or is mindful awareness already present, and all we need to do is just recognize it and come home to it? The eyes are always seeing. The ears are always hearing. Body is always feeling sensation. Perhaps we just have to notice that. Just to put down our stories and give ourselves some space to relax and rest in this space.